Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another video. I am back from holiday, happily so, happy to be home. I am back at filming, so I hope you had a great Christmas or whatever holiday you celebrate with your family. And if you don't celebrate the holidays in this time of the year, well, I hope you had a great last few weeks. And we are here today to do a tag video. Wasn't on my plan, but when I saw it, I knew I had to do it because I am a big fan of Beauty News, Kat and Haley. I've been following them separately from before they were working together on that channel. And then when they started it, I was one of the first subscribers. I love the way they chat about beauty news, and I love their Beauty News Award, the yearly crowdsourced awards. And this year they decided to do a tag video where they discussed their own opinions on the categories and who they thought should have won. And since indeed the Beauty News Awards are actually crowdsourced, so none of the nominees is something that they chose, or they don't choose who won. Pencil. So they tagged anyone with the channel or who wanted to do it also in the comments of their video. And I would really like to hear what you guys think. If you want to copy the categories and write your opinion down in the description box below, please feel free. I want to go through what I thought should have won the Beauty News Awards this year. Of course, I also voted, but I didn't always agree even with the nominations, to be honest. Anyways, let's start with the first one. The first one is the best trend of 2019. And in this case, I agree with the crowd, the world, the viewers of Beauty News, because I also think that the low buy and responsible buying trend was a big thing, and it was the best trend that could have happened this year to myself and just in general. I remember last year only Hannah Louise Poston was on a no buy, or very few people, and then after the ridiculous Black Friday haul I had, the amount of product that I bought at that sale was really ridiculous, way too much. I decided to rein it back and try a low buy. Didn't work for me, and that is because I don't know, I wasn't ready, probably. I didn't feel like I liked having a limit to my spending in terms of money or things like that, because when there is something I want to buy it. I don't have any reason not to. If I can afford it, I will buy it. And on the other hand, I did spend way less this year. I was much more conscious in my buying. I was much more careful in my buying. So that trend definitely helped me, and I thought it was a thing that boomed on YouTube. Everyone was doing a low buy at the beginning or a no buy at the beginning of the year, and I'm definitely seeing this continuing next year. Definitely for me, but I've seen also most of the creators I follow and the people on Instagram that are saying I'm gonna go on a no buy, on a low buy, either monthly or yearly. I think this is gonna keep going. Worst trend of 2019 is actually, I think, related, because to me it's the infinite amount of releases. I had so much fatigue. I didn't care for anything. Maybe that also helped with my less spending. It's like the industry is stepping on their own toes by releasing so much, making everybody just annoyed at so many releases, and then yeah, we just buy less, which is great for us, but not for the industry itself. I was really surprised by Anastasia Beverly Hills doing so many palettes one after the other, and we had an explanation, but I still think it was just a bad idea. And whereas I was like ready, and I knew how Colourpop had been doing this from the beginning, a lot of releases. I think they ramped up this year to like almost every week, but Colourpop always did that. They have a very quick turnaround time because they have their own lab, and I wasn't so annoyed at Colourpop. I was more annoyed at the other brands bringing out so much stuff. I just hope this will slow down. I want to be able to be excited about products if I want to buy it, and then on the other hand make a rational and informed decision. Next category is the best palette release of the year, and for me it's the Melt Amor Eterno palettes. The Vida and Muerte palettes, they are so gorgeous, so beautiful. Really, really well done, Melt. For me, it was the release of the year in general and the best palette release of the year. And I didn't buy them. I still didn't buy them, and I won't. I just don't think I need them. So yeah, that for me was the best palette release of the year. The worst palette release of the year instead is something this is just pettiness, but I was so disappointed in the Jeffree Star and Shane collaboration. I was really excited. It could have been amazing. Initially, I was a bit about the colors when they released the sneak peeks in the videos. And then when I saw the palette completely revealed, the one that was gonna be on sale, I just lost complete interest. There was nothing there that appealed to me. Nothing, there was no cohesive story for the colors. They seemed to just put there randomly with random pops of color here and there. It just didn't speak to me. It didn't work for me. I just did not like that palette at all. Neither of them, actually. Neither of them. The next category is the most unique product release. And to me, that was definitely the Multi-Chromes by Cliona Cosmetics. And I think they were released this year. I may be mistaken. I really hope I wasn't. But if not, it was really just a few weeks before the end of the year last year. I'm not sure, but it really stuck to me as a very unique product. And after they released them, I think there was a release before by like JD Glow or some other shady company, but theirs was the release that really broke let's say the indie community, and they are still eyeshadows that are on my wish list, and that will be on there until I manage to have them shipped to the US and then to me, and not directly to me, because they're expensive by themselves, but the idea of paying customs on top of that is just, no, I can't justify the price at that point. So definitely those would be my most unique product release. And next is the best collaboration. And now this maybe is counterintuitive, but for me the best collaboration is the Jeffree Star and Shane, because they did such an amazing job with their marketing, with their videos. It was really enticing. It was really, I don't know, it drew you in. I saw people, also big influencers, who don't wear color at all, who wear makeup just to, on a daily basis, to just a very simple base and a little bit of eyeshadow maybe. It's like people who wear very natural makeup were like so invested in this collaboration and bought it. And I think that is a sign of brilliant marketing. For what that is worth. I didn't buy it, but I loved every step of the way to get there, to then be disappointed. So I still think it's the best collaboration of this year. The worst collaboration of this year, another disappointment, was the Game of Thrones collaboration with Urban Decay. I love Game of Thrones. I wanted to buy a palette, but first of all, I haven't bought Urban Decay in a lifetime, because I just don't like the quality of their eyeshadows, and I just don't like what they're put out. So I haven't bought Urban Decay in a very long time. And that collaboration, the palettes were sad. The liners maybe were interesting. I don't know. The palette was just sad. I'm sad because I wanted to love it. I wanted to get it, but just no, not a thing. The best drugstore release of 2019 is a very difficult one for me, because I think this has been the year in which I bought the least drugstore products ever. If at all, I'm thinking. I don't think so. I really don't think so. What I have, and I think it kind of falls into that category, is I think Colourpop has done amazing things, and the best thing that they have released this year is the whole color capsule palettes, the all green one, the all yellow one, the all orange one. All of those, I think it was a great idea. I loved it. I would have bought them all if I didn't have a huge single eyeshadow collection, which I prefer to have rather than a lot of little palettes. And the idea of depotting them, the fact that they're mini eyeshadow pans and not the normal 26-inch, 26 millimeter, sorry. That kind of threw me off, so I actually decluttered my my green palette, the Just My Luck palette. So I think that was just a brilliant idea, a brilliant release, and for low cost, let's say, that was the best releases of the year. For the best high-end release, I was thinking about it, and the Hourglass powders released last year, and that the Unlocked palette was definitely my favorite last year. And this year, I think for the best releases, I would go for the Lisa Eldridge lipsticks. I love the range of nude lipsticks that she brought out this year. The pinks of the spring were less of my favorite, and I think she did the reds holiday last year. So in general, those were the best release, I think, of this year. They did amazing. They are so beautiful, so unique. The velvet texture is so unique. I have one of them, and even though I don't think I will ever collect them all, because the price point, I think, is more, you pay more for the name, the packaging, and this fancy velvet around it. So the whole experience is very high-end, but the quality of the lipstick to me isn't a 35 euro lipstick. That's all. I think MAC does comparable quality. Mulac, Nabla, you can get a lot of mid-tier lipsticks of the same quality, but the whole packaging, the whole experience is very luxurious, and definitely an amazing job from Lisa Eldridge. And that's my best high-end release this year. The best indie release, again, Melt Amor Eterno, for sure, because it was so, I don't know, groundbreaking. Not because it's palette and a gel liner, but the whole concept of the collection, how curated it was, the meaning behind it, the unique color stories, so bold and so out there, and even bolder than what they had ever done before. As a brand, I think that is the best indie release for 2019. Again, didn't buy them, but I think they're the best indie release. For best overall brand, for me, I have developed this love for Melt Cosmetics palettes this year. I bought all of my palettes this year from them, but I don't think that makes them the best brand of the year. I think Colourpop still wins that for me, because they still make very good quality and affordable products, and they make something for everyone. I think they haven't managed the complexion products yet, and I think at that price point they need a bit more work. I don't think that the formulas are up there with the quality of their, for example, eyeshadows, their lipsticks, their mascaras are really good. The colored ones that I tried, white and yellow, are really good. So to me, Colourpop still takes the best overall brand for the year. And for the worst overall brand of the year, I think, yeah, the first thing that came to mind for me was Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics. That enormous fail of the lipsticks, that was so sad and ginormous, and just how did that happen? That to me, that just brought it down for me. I hope she does better with her highlighter release. Seemed to have gone well, and I hope that she keeps getting better, but this year was not a good year for her, definitely not. The best overall product of the year for me, it's a very personal one, and if you've heard me talk on here about any of my favorites, it's definitely the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Gel. This was released in March 2019. I had to look it up, but to me it's such a beautiful range of tinted brow gels, but with like a real color. The coats their color, it's as if you put colored mascara in your hair. You know, us kids in the 2000s, when we would have colored mascara in our hair. That is what it does for my brows, and I need it because I color my eyebrows, so I loved it. I wish they did some, I don't know, more funky colors. They have such a wide range. It covers really a lot of hair color. I love it. Love it. Best release of the year for me. The worst overall product of the year, as I mentioned before, it's the Jaclyn Hill lipsticks. There's very little to say when your lipsticks just had all that drama that they had with pieces, like just contamination in general from things. That's definitely the worst overall product of this year. I'm sad to leave on this note. That was the last of the categories in this tag, and I'm very curious to hear what you guys think down in the comments below, because Beauty News has a very wide audience, and that makes it fun and fair, but I want to know from my people, you guys, what you guys thought were the best and the worst products this year, and it from a perspective of releases, not what your favorite product was, that we're gonna talk about in the best and worst products of 2019, but what the best releases, like from the news point of view, from the industry point of view, what happened this year, what was your favorite and what was the worst ones that you thought has released this year. I don't even know if that's a sentence. Anyways, I'm rambling. I think it must be the influence of a week of Italian family. But thank you so much for watching. Do this tag if you have a channel, and otherwise let me know your answers down in the comments. And like this video and subscribe if you're not already. I would love to have you part of my group of friends. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!